Hi everybody. So today's video is about public opinion, and public opinion is it refers to the opinions that are political in nature that we express openly. So something that you would share would be considered part of public opinion. And public opinion is broad, it's vast. There are always lots and lots of different types of elements to public opinion. It's too easy to draw a simple pro or anti. It's sometimes too easy to do that because there are lots of different types of opinions across the political spectrum. And that causes some challenges. We do often have contradictory public opinion on just about everything. The American public is very often split. We may have some preferences for a more progressive or a more conservative or more libertarian or more moderate style of policy on a particular issue. It may seem sometimes that the furthest to the left and furthest to the right, that those viewpoints are the most prominent, but a lot of times that just has to do with intensity. Americans tend to be more moderate, but moderates don't have the strong desire to get out and protest or to get out and write letters to their member of Congress. And so sometimes intensity may seem stronger, but really it's just those voices tend to be the loudest. We do have a lot of challenges as the American public with being impractical and irrational with our desires. Everybody wants to lower taxes, but nobody wants to cut programs. We all want Social Security, but we don't want to pay for it. That's not something that is feasible. And so that's a challenge for lawmakers and elected officials. But that's what they're there for, to work out those challenges. Now, the vast majority of people in the United States are either misinformed or uninformed. Uninformed is particularly challenging now that we have so many options. It seems so odd that now we have these devices that give us all the knowledge known to mankind, which is really extraordinary. But because we have so many choices, we have significantly diminishing abilities to learn what is correct and what is factual. And so we tend to focus more on places that we trust instead of branching out, looking for different sources. And that can be problematic because then you run into only getting one perspective on issues, or only seeking out sources that we prefer, and giving ourselves a confirmation bias for, oh yes, I thought that and this news agency is saying that, so that's accurate. I like that. And then discounting other sources. And that is really a challenge for the continuation of our ability to participate politically and in an informed fashion. So what I always recommend when you're looking for news sources is to seek out varying news sources and to seek them out in different orders. If you are always looking at the same Reddit subthread for your first bit of news of the day, then you're going to be primed to feel that that is the correct statement. What can be really helpful too is looking at sources blind. We are too often likely to look at that and say, oh, CNN, oh, Fox, and to move on or to discount that. If we can look at the information presented as it is without that little tidbit of where it came from, that can help us to learn to think more critically and to help decrease levels of misinformation and being uninformed. Public opinion can be challenging to measure when it is measured in a very social setting. A lot of people are afraid of looking dumb, and so they will proffer up an answer or a response even if they don't have any knowledge on the situation. If you look up on YouTube Live Witness News on Jimmy Kimmel, you can find lots of great examples of this happening. People who are embarrassed because they don't know something and they don't want other people around them to know that. Being in social groups, in social cohorts, can also have an effect on public opinion. The social desirability effect refers to how your stated opinion might change based on the people that you are around. So this means that public opinion could be measured incorrectly if, say, you're walking down the street with your boss and the pollster asks, hey, can I ask you a couple of questions about the president? And your boss is a big fan of the president. You might not be, But if you're around your boss, then you might say something that otherwise you would not express, okay? Might go the other way. Your boss might not be a fan of the president at all. You might be a big supporter, but you might downplay it because of the social desirability effect. You don't want to make your boss angry. Whereas if you were with your friends or with a bunch of people who all thought politically the same way as you, you're much more likely to play up a different viewpoint. So that can impact public opinion in polling. There are lots of ways to measure public opinion, though. I'm going to talk about those in the next video. All right.